The notion that there's something special about one set of proportions which is not produced by another set just doesn't hold up. This, a quote from Dr. Mary Johnson, manager of the GIA Research and Development in Carlsbad, California. Hi, I'm Josh Fishman, president and owner of A. Fishman & Son Diamonds in New York. Welcome back to our Ultimate Diamond Education series. Today I would like to discuss with you an issue that is quite complex and uses terminology that gets bandied about a lot, and that is ideal cut diamonds. As the quote that I shared with you from the GIA's groundbreaking educational research on the cut of diamonds, the notion that there is one set of diamond cutting parameters that yield the ultimate beauty of a diamond is just not borne out by the research evidence that the GIA conducted. There are many different parameters of diamonds that could yield the best and prettiest and most sparkly diamond. So, what is it with the term ideal cut diamonds, or super ideal cut diamonds, or other kinds of phrases like ultra ideal, where the seller is trying to convince you that their diamond is the best of the best? This is where I have a problem, because I don't get the logic that goes with the terminology, and I would like to share my concerns with you, which are a result of my years of buying diamonds and understanding diamonds, as well as some of the information that the GIA has researched by examining thousands of diamonds. So I'd like to turn first to the definition of ideal cut diamonds and what that refers to. The phrase ideal cut diamonds refers to a specific set of cutting proportions to which a round diamond is cut. If the diamond is cut to that specific proportion, then it is supposed to have the maximum brilliance and be the prettiest diamond. However, I'd like to share with you my concern, because the phrase ideal cut implies to me a very, very specific set of diamond cutting parameters and proportions, which yield that maximum brilliance. However, as the chart that I'm showing you here, the parameters are a range and not specific. Let's take a look. This chart shows the American Gem Society's minimum and maximum table percentage and depth percentage for their AGS 0 cut grade, which is recognized by them as, quote, an ideal cut. As you can see in the chart, the AGS has a minimum table percentage of 52.4% and a maximum of 57.5%, and a minimum depth percentage of 58.4% and a maximum of 62.9%. The biggest problem I have with this set of proportions is that it assumes that any two diamonds whose proportions are within these ranges is equally pretty and look alike. Is it possible that two diamonds which fall within this range, but that at the extremes really look the same? In my opinion, and the opinion of the GIA, this is patently false. Compare these two diamonds. Diamond A has a table of 52.4% and a depth of 62.9%. Diamond B, a depth of 58.4% and a table of 57.5%. There is no way that these two diamonds can look the same. So the idea that these two diamonds can look the same and be as pretty cannot be true. And yet, according to the AGS's grading criteria, these diamonds are both ideal cut diamonds. How can that be? I would like to support my contention concerning the use of the phrase ideal cut diamonds, in that it really is not a meaningful use of the term, by quoting from Mr. William Boyajian, who made the following series of comments in an editorial he wrote accompanying the GIA's groundbreaking article, Demystifying Diamond Cut. And I quote, "We also know that there are many combinations of proportions that yield equally attractive round, brilliant cut diamonds. In fact, we know that diamonds can be cut in a fairly wide range of proportions to yield the same high light return. Finally, we know from our extensive historical research on cut that there have been numerous claims to a single set of ideal proportions in round brilliant cut diamonds. The derivation and use of the term ideal is thus confusing at best, not unlike that of blue-white and perfect decades ago. Although it is not GIA's role to discredit the concept of an ideal cut, on the basis of our research to date, we cannot recommend its use in modern times." Close quote. In addition, he made the following comment, summarizing the article. "There is now even more evidence to support the conclusion that there is no one best cut for round brilliant diamond. Furthermore, in the spring of 2002, the GIA published an article entitled The Science of Cut, following up on the two previous articles, and confirmed that there is no single best cutting proportion for a round diamond. The article states, quote, "All of a diamond's quality factors play a part in a polished round brilliant's overall appearance, but the role proportions play in the quality of diamond cut has historically been the least understood. Early on, researchers at GIA expected their results to corroborate one or more of the existing cut grade systems, but their work to date indicates the underlying approaches of most existing systems are not substantiated by the evidence." So what the GIA is really saying is what I've been saying all along. You cannot look at one set of diamond proportions in isolation from the overall diamond. It is a combination of proportions that is important in determining whether a diamond is going to be pretty. All factors of a diamond are interrelated. You cannot just take one or two specific facts in isolation. So what does all this mean to you, the consumer, who's being bombarded by loads of information about ideal cut, signature ideal cuts, super ideal, and ultra ideal? Let me share my opinion with you now. So what does all of this mean to you, the consumer? I'm going to tell you again what I've said in other videos, like branded diamonds and beyond the 4 C's, what you should really know before you buy a diamond. It means that you need to rely on the expertise of a diamond source that understands what diamonds are all about, that can evaluate the merits of a diamond beyond the mere statistics that appear on a certificate, and that can guide you to the right diamond for you. That diamond source has to have the experience which only time and generations of buying diamonds for their own inventory can give you. After all, if you've never put your money down to buy a diamond, like the hundreds of internet sites who simply collect nationally available diamond lists, how can you really understand which diamond is desirable and which one is not? At A. Fishman & Son, we've been working since 1947 and buying diamonds and selling diamonds to you, the consumer, as well as to retail stores. We've always put our money where our mouth is and invested in pretty diamonds which will please our customers. It is that experience which you can count on to assist you in your diamond selection, to allow you to distinguish between something that's really pretty or something that simply has a label. We're here to help you, and we'd be happy if you would give us an opportunity. I will be happy to answer any calls. If you have any questions, please feel free to get in touch with me. Until next time, with another edition of our Ultimate Diamond Education Series, have a great day. So long.